Hey y'all, it's your girl Gemini Jazz with House of Chiron, and we are back with another episode of Galactic Gossip. And we are in the fourth and final week of January. So we are almost done with the first month of 2022. It went by really quick for me. I don't know about y'all, but it seemed like it just zoomed by. We had so much going on this month. Lots of like lingering energies from 2021, still lingering here in 2022 to still navigate through. So, yeah, it was quite an interesting month to start off the new year with. But first and foremost, I would like to say thank you for being here. Welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's either here or it's there. I don't know. Either way, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you will not miss a beat on anything that I upload and share on this platform. Okay, now if you are returning to my channel, welcome back, welcome in. I hope last week was wonderful and great for you with all the crazy shifts and things that went on, because last week was a very busy week, astrologically speaking. Okay, so sometimes when all that happens, it kind of takes you out where you just have to lay down. But anywho, this week we have quite a few things going on, a few major transits that are happening, and we're going to dive into all of that. But before I get into this week's forecast, I have a few quick announcements. I will be sharing the month ahead readings for February. That's going to be coming out next week. So you can navigate to my website and purchase your month ahead reading for $10.10. And I will be doing that every month for the entire year of 2022, unless something changes and I have to go with the flow of something different. But as of right now, yeah, that is going to be offered every month. You can buy your reading for your sign. You can buy all, or you can buy one. If you choose to buy one, I would suggest to purchase your rising sign first. And then if you wanted to dive into your sun and your moon sign, those will be secondary and last. Okay. Now, also keep watch for the year ahead readings that are coming out this week. Some of them are already being offered on my website. So if you are a Pisces or an Aquarius, you can go ahead and go to my website and purchase those. Those are going for $16.99. So you can buy for the whole year to give you the energy and the outlook for the entire year of 2022 and what's coming for you. The rest of them will be uploaded by the end of next week. So January, we had a lot of lingering energy for 2021 that was discussed. So this is the information that y'all are getting here. This is the information that y'all are purchasing with the month ahead for January that you already purchased. And yeah, so February is a lot of new energy. We talk about the nodes, the North and South node shifting from Gemini and Sagittarius to Taurus and Scorpio, and what that looks like, because it's an 18-month cycle, but it is going to be impacting the next 2 decades of our lives. So I talk about all of that in those readings. So go ahead and mosey on over to my website. You can get that information, description box below, and keep watch of when the rest will be uploaded. Also, if you are not signed up for my newsletter, go ahead and do that now. You can sign up in that description box as well, because I submit, the announcements when they are ready through newsletters. Or you can follow me on any of my platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I announce all those things. Plus I have information about the daily transits that post on those platforms as well. So anywho, that is all the announcements that I have for right now. Keep watch for all the other new things that are coming out in February, but I will not share that until February. All right. Now, let's get into this week's forecast. And like I mentioned before, this is the fourth and final week of January. So we will be discussing the energy for January 23rd all the way through January 29th. Okay, and the last couple of days of January, I will follow up with next week when we start talking about the February energy. Okay, so on January the 23rd, we have the sun making a conjunction to Mercury at 3 degrees in Aquarius. And as we all know, Mercury is retrograde, and it is getting ready to dip back into Capricorn. So it's at 3 degrees in Aquarius, and this is what we call a cazimi. Okay, so as Mercury continues to move back through the sign of innovation, we are bringing up those forgotten thoughts and ideas. We're putting those back into our forward thought, right? Bringing them around to facilitate our genius, because Aquarius is that genius energy, and Mercury is mental capacities, thoughts, ideas, communication. So revisiting connections within our communities and with our friends might spark some inspiration that liberates our life in some type of way, or give us a liberating life experience altogether. Now, when the sun and Mercury connect, our minds become more alert. It increases communication, also in our thoughts. So things become much more clear. So you might get a lot of aha moments, or something that has been put to the side might come to the forefront during this time and say, hey, I need to use that. And it wasn't readily available to you at that time, or you didn't know, or you weren't aware that it was available to you. So on this day, we may bring just, if we have like a thought or an idea or something that comes up, we might bring that back up. Now, on this day, it might increase like our scheduling, our appointments, our communication with others. So it's a wonderful time to get those things done and out of the way, but also reorganize your calendar, organize your office, get your car serviced, bounce ideas off of your associates or your business partner or just your friends. This is a wonderful energy to do that, because it might spark something that you were not aware of beforehand. So soon Mercury is, like I mentioned before, is going to dip back into Capricorn. That's where we're going to have to solidify these concepts and these plans that we are creating right now. Now, on the very next day, January the 24th, Mars is going to enter into Capricorn. Okay, so Mars in Capricorn is a wonderful transit. Okay, so this is going to be present all the way from January 24th all the way through March the 6th of 2022. And so Mars transits a sign for about 6 weeks. And for the next 6 weeks, we are going to be blessed to experience an exalted Mars in Capricorn, because Mars in the sign of Capricorn is exalted. It's happy. It is at its most potent energy, and it expresses itself really well. So as Mars is making this transit through this stable sign of Capricorn, we are going to be really in this space of sheer focus, right? We're going to be more determined, more grounded, having more practicality in all of our initiatives and our approaches to things, right? So Mars absolutely loves visiting Capricorn. And so our personal power, that's that willpower that Mars gives us, and that drive and that ambition and that passion is going to become the best tool to use at our disposal during this transit. So if we have been like working on completing a task or a project or something, and we like place it to the side, this transit is going to absolutely get the job done. Okay, so using this energy for the next 6 weeks to tie up loose ends from 2021 is favorable, or initiating those new projects once Mercury stations direct. I'm just going to put that out there. So initiating those new projects, this Mars and Capricorn energy is going to be very supportive. Okay, now while Mars is dancing through Sagittarius previously, we could have left a few things undone, because that Mars and Sagittarius energy can be a little bit scattered, right, and carefree, and it's about your sovereignty and just so we could have been just kind of flailing about, right? But nonetheless, Mars and Capricorn is here to the rescue. And during February, while Mars is transiting through Capricorn, is going to create some beautiful aspects as it connects harmoniously with Jupiter and Pisces, bringing in some blessings. And then alternatively, Mars and Capricorn is going to bring possibly its shadow side, right? So just be careful and be aware that you know, every aspect has its light and its dark side, and it doesn't mean that it's bad or it's good, but the way that Mars and Capricorn can express its shadow side of its energy is through like workaholic or overachiever vibes. So just kind of keep watch of that, you know, and make sure that you have or you practice balance within all things that you do. Okay, now on the very next day, on January the 25th, we have Mercury retrograde re-entering into Capricorn. Now, Mercury stationed retrograde on January 14th of this year, and it has waited no time to revisit Capricorn to wrap up those loose ends from 2021. And any unfinished plans, business, conversations, connections, ideas, any of that is going to come back around for us to finalize it, right? Get it final. So that way, once Mercury stations direct, we can you know, initiate things. We can move forward on them. So it's kind of like wrapping up your plans and making a final decision on what you're going to do. Now, Capricorn is about its business. We all know that. And Mercury is, you know, it helps us to understand how we relate to not only people, but to ourselves, to everyone and everything around us. Now, Mercury puts its innovative genius on pause because now it's leaving Aquarius in order to go and solidify what is being constructed beyond our genius, right? So getting solid on those things before we can create something new and innovative, right? Or eliminating the old structures in a sense, you know, because it's like a review period of that thing or those things or those ways of being or perceptions or ideologies, any of that, kind of doing away with it and wrapping it up saying, yeah, this can't go with me in the future. So Mercury in Capricorn is going to help us stabilize and ground our wild thoughts and our communicative or communicative abilities in a sense. And so, you know, discipline and planning, thinking, creating something, and even learning assists us with remaining grounded on earth, right? With this Capricorn energy. So we can really see the fantastic ideas materializing through the practical thought process, right? So that said, very much so, Mercury and Capricorn, practical thoughts and processes and how to manifest materially. That's also Capricorn. Now we have Mars, Mercury, Pluto, and Venus in Capricorn at this time. So this is creating a dynamic stellium to build our dreams into reality. Okay, so taking that, and the very next day, Mercury is going to trine the North Node, right? The North Node is in Taurus. Mercury is now retrograding back through Capricorn on January 26th. So this is where our rational mind meets our subconscious and conscious mind, right? So Mercury governs our everyday expression and the many ways that we communicate or relate, right? So the North Node provides our collective focus for present and future motivations. Now, the South Node highlights the past experiences and wisdom to stand on while we're propelling into those North Node future motivations and whatnot, okay? Now, as Mercury makes this trine to the North Node, a sextile is being created to the South Node with Mercury. And so the combination of these energies help us to not only recognize our destiny, but develop a profound sense or a profound understanding on a rational level, right? So things begin to make sense, as this day is going to like really bless us with the sense of security surrounding our genius, our ideas, our future plans. We're going to really tap into those talents that are unknown, or those talents that we just didn't recognize or didn't feel were, you know, useful. Okay. Now, another thing to consider is that, you know, the North Node is more of our conscious mind, whereas the South Node is our subconscious mind. So it's kind of like where these two energies come together in order to help us be more rational about what it is that we desire. Okay. Everything is working together. All right. Now, Mercury is retrograde, as we know, in Capricorn, and it's going to make a conjunction to Pluto at 26 degrees on January the 28th. Now, we know Pluto is very intense. It's all about the penetration of things. It is about being laser focused. So a penetrative and intense mind is going to give us that mental fortitude to research and uncover hidden truths on this day. Now, Pluto in Capricorn has assisted us so far in the transforming of our psyches and our structures, our the rules and the regulations that we have really built over this time in regarding to what tradition and stability really means for us. Now we've gotten to the root of things, gotten to the root of the issues, and we are now going through this excavation or completely demolishing the foundations and the structures that we have built, even if they're walls and borders that we have built around us, right? Not necessarily something to stand on, those foundations that help us to build something, but it's more so like building boundaries that hold us in, that restrict us. So now we can explore what freedom looks like. Okay, we can explore and develop a new sense of freedom and what that is going to look like moving forward. Now, Mercury is retrograding back through Capricorn, right? So it's coming into this conjunction with Pluto, and we're getting another glimpse into power struggles and ideologies that have hindered our mental growth and our liberation, our communities, how we think also. So the things that have been troubling us can be revealed at this time and brought to a deeper level of understanding within us. It's a great day to seek therapy, okay? Speak to a trusted friend, or even perform or develop a profound sense of awareness within yourself. Do some journaling, something like that, creative writing, automatic writing. My friend Chanel at Lizzie's Charm is really great at facilitating automatic writing and whatnot. So mosey on over there if you are looking into doing something like that. Now, there's a crumbling that is occurring right now because Pluto makes a transformation. It creates a metamorphosis. Something must die in order for something new to be born. It's like a tower moment that is happening within our minds. And, we have to allow this transformation within to create what it is that we're building in our new realities, okay? So that's that. Now, moving on, we have the sun making a sextile to Chiron, which is in Aries. And it is, the sun is in Aquarius. We're in Aquarius season. This happens also on the same day, January the 28th. So I like to call this transit a psychological revolution to our wounds, right? Our pain, our finding our purpose, right? The universe is guiding us to discover opportunities in order to build a level of self-awareness and self-acceptance through a deep dive into our psychological lacerations, right? That plague us with guilt or shame or pain or any of those things, right? We can clearly see what the authority figures or the unhealthy ego patterns have hindered us in regards to our healing and turning that pain into power and purpose, right? We can now express our authenticity and our authentic self-expression with confidence, right? Sun energy. We will also be open to innovative concepts of healing and personal power, what that looks like, how can we recreate that? How can we express ourselves and also help others in healing through creativity? So this is a wonderful day to, dive into a creative pursuit, whether it's through paint, dance, music. The sun is also like, Leo energy. So it could be photography. It could be any of those things, right? Any kind of artistic, creative self-expression is going to provide you as well as someone else some healing, even if it's just expressing it, talking about it in a sense, okay? Now, also we have Venus stationed direct at 11 degrees in Capricorn on the 28th. And so for 40 days and 40 nights, we have been in the shadows of Venus. We have not really been experiencing the beautiful energy of Venus, how we are so used to, but it's more so been an internal reflection of beauty. Now, this retrograde has caused significant introspection within our values, our self-worth, our relationships, our finances. And so Venus stationed retrograde while it was conjunct Pluto. And so this was a time where it was like driving massive transformation and profound revelations in the sector wherever Capricorn rules our lives, okay? Because it's in Capricorn. And so We have navigated the karmic cycles that are present within our relationships, our beliefs, our finances, our values, material possessions, all those things. And so as the planet of love and money kind of moves forward in motion, once again, she is able to shine, right? And, you know, kind of give us this liberating energy because she's going to be making the trine to Uranus. So this is about liberation. This is about freedom. This is about unexpected shifts and changes because of the internal work that we've done. Now, the connection of these two bring out surprises, you know, unexpected things and feelings, you know, of freedom within our social dynamics, financial matters, and partnerships. So, you know, we can have a multitude of things that happen depending on where Capricorn is in your chart and how it's affecting you currently, you know. So it might result in like a windfall of money or a new relationship or, you know, elevation of an existing relationship, something like that. Now we can expect to move forward during this time with more knowledge and more awareness of what it is that we desire surrounding those Venusian themes that's in our lives. So just be inspired and be open to receive, right? Because Venus is receptive. All right, now last but not least, I'm going to talk about the last bit of energy for the month anyway. I'm not going to do it next week. So we have the sun, which is in Aquarius, making a square to Uranus and Taurus. So this happens on January the 30th. And if we remain open-minded, today's transit is going to break us free from any authoritative energies or unhealthy egos, right? We are seeking radical change and transformation. As we all have been feeling very restrictive over the last 18 months, if not close to 2 years, right? Almost 2 years. But before an external change in our environments can occur, we must first adapt to the required internal shift, right? That must happen first. Our inner reality creates our outer form, right? So the square between these two kind of trigger our nervous system and our limbic systems, right? Possibly resulting in feelings of anxiety and uncertainty. And that's normal, right? It's a normal thing to have a fear of the unknown. And although we seek liberation from any oppressive energy in our life, we may still fear that unknown, right? Not knowing what it looks like on the other side. You know, so, you know, what indeed does the future really hold? We don't really know. We don't know if, you know, hypothetically speaking, we're going to talk about the pandemic, like we don't know how long this is really going to last. Numbers are increasing yet again. We thought we were done with it. So, you know, that's like an example. We don't know what it looks like in the future. So we have to embrace the new path that we are embarking on with confidence and courage, you know, the courage that the spirit of the sun gives us, right? And Uranus is surely here to grant us liberation, something new, something that is free, because next month, the United States has its Pluto return, and we're going to talk all about that. All right, so that is all that I have for you for the month, or for this week, and the month, right? The month is over now. So yeah, I look forward to talking and connecting with you all about February, US having its Pluto return and all of those things. I might just do a special on it where it's just like a video that talks about the Pluto return. I don't know, maybe. Anyway, so I hope y'all have a wonderful week ahead. Look at the description box to get your readings for the year ahead, right? For all of 2022. Make sure you are purchasing your rising sign as primary, your sun sign as secondary, and your moon sign as the last, but definitely not least, okay? So connect with me on all social medias and whatnot, and I will speak with you all soon. Bye.